So we're still in Åndalsnes at the same mountain top, and this is like the view from the other side of this mountain, and this is where my camping site is. I'm going to zoom in, but you can't see. I wanted to see my tent, but it's not possible because there are trees in the way for it, but you will see the camping site. So I'm going to zoom in and see how close I can get to it. If you see, there is a bridge, and that's a bridge that I walked over, and my tent is almost right next to it. So it's behind those trees. I don't know if you can see it, but there are a few caravans there, and I can't zoom in any closer, I'm afraid. I'm really far away, so you can get an impression how far I am. I'll zoom back out. It's pretty far away. So there's where my camping is, and as you can see, it's surrounded by all this wonderful mountains. And if I film over here, you can see that I'm kind of climbing on a smaller mountain, and next to it is taller ones. And I'm a bit afraid, but you wouldn't want to pass that edge because it goes straight down. I don't know if you can see it. That's why I'm standing here, but right down there, and there's a house, and no, you don't want to walk there. So there you go. I was just thinking, it must be a real privilege to be a seagull here in Åndalsnes, and you can just fly between the fjords. I don't know if you can see it, but behind those trees there's the fjord that I was filming earlier. So there you have it. You now have seen both sides of this mountain, and it's pretty awesome. So there's the forest behind me. This is the kind of road you have to walk on to get to the top of a mountain. You walk on roots from the trees and stones, and some places were pretty high and there was no security at all, and there's like water coming down from the mountainside, so the pathway where there's rocks and everything gets a little bit slippery. So some places they had secured it with chains and stuff, but that was only inside the mountainside, not like outside of, this is wild nature, and it's a lot more wilder than where I come from in Oslo. But it's steep mountains here. You don't have this in Oslo. So that's why I came here, so I could see mountains. And I met this Swedish couple on the way here. They'd been driving a bike, and they said that they've been to the Alps, and he said this is much better than the Alps, because in the Alps you have the mountains in the Alps, but you don't have the lakes and the lakes and the fjords like you have here. So he actually liked this much more. And they had spent 3 days on the road just to get to this place. It's pretty awesome. And by the time you get here, you feel like it's all been worth it, because it's a very, very nice place. And you can also go across the Atlantic Ocean, and there's a road right on top of the Atlantic Ocean. I haven't been there because I don't drive a car, and I think it's a little bit too far for me to bike. But we will see. Maybe I'll go there. But have you ever seen? It is such a beautiful view here. Really, really nice. And I went cycling a normal bike, and I went yesterday, and I'm trying to see where I went. I guess I cycled, let me think, I went pretty far on a road nearby the camping, and yeah, I went into the valley you can see over there, I think, or the valley behind it. Well, yeah, the valley, I think it was the valley behind it. So I went behind that, I cycled around that mountain that you see in front of us, and then inside like a gorge, I think you call it, like this gorge over here. And inside there, it was like a really big gorge. We had like green fields in the middle of it. It was like a flat part in the middle of it, where everything was green field, and really, really nice roads. So if you wanna go on a motorbike here, it's perfect conditions. And I've seen lots of people on motorbikes here, because they go from like camping to camping, and they really, really enjoy it. I can see it. And like this Swedish couple told me, you know, they thought it was great. They were pretty enthusiastic, and they were from Sweden. So if you get compliments from Sweden, that means it's really good, because they don't normally give Norwegians compliments. But there you go. There's always the exception. So there you go. Another glorious view from my glorious holiday. And, well, it took me about half an hour to get up here, so I hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.